So the next vocabulary word is actually perimeter, and the perimeter means the area around something. So the length around something. Okay, how long each of the sides are all added up. And perimeter can be quite tricky for kids because instead of counting around, instead of saying, taking a ruler, and we have a ruler right here, we can use this. This is, say, 7 inches and another 7 inches. Okay, that's 14 inches. So we have 7 here, 7 here, and then this down here is about 6 inches. And I'm just measuring about right now. So 6 and 6 is 12, 7 and 7 is 14, 12 plus 14 is 26. Okay, so the perimeter is 26 inches altogether. That is only how long around it is. Okay, a perimeter is something that you could figure out, for example, by walking around something. If this were a building, you would walk around the building to figure out the perimeter of the building, to tell you how many steps it took you to get around it. It wouldn't tell you anything about what was happening inside the building. That is a different vocabulary word that we're not going to study in this lesson, and that's called area. Okay, that's going to be coming later. But today we're not focused on the inside, we're focused only around the outside. Okay, and that is called perimeter. Alright, and the other vocabulary word that we have today is polygon. Alright, and a polygon is basically a shape. Okay, it's a shape with sides that are all closed in. Okay, so all of these figures here are polygons. Okay, so those are the vocabulary words. As far as what we want kids to know, we want them to be able to add, for example, to find the perimeter. Use basic facts to find the perimeter. We want them to be able to measure the sides of polygons to the nearest inch, so taking a ruler, saying, well, this is about 7 inches, okay, and I drew it a little bit extra around. Or they might say, well, start here and it's about, it would still be 7 inches, I guess. Well, it could even be 8, depending on how they measured it. But either way, 7 or 8 inches. Here, this one is going to be, the nearest inch for this would be 6 inches. Okay, so measure to the nearest inch. And then also add up these side lengths to find how much the perimeter is. Okay, and also know the difference between perimeter and area. Know that they're measuring the outside, not the inside. Okay, which can be quite tricky to understand. As far as how you can help with this at home, have them take a walk and find the perimeter of your yard, or the perimeter of your house, or the perimeter of your driveway, or the perimeter of your bedroom, or the perimeter of your living room. Pick a space. It doesn't matter how big or small your living space is even, because no matter how big or small it is, you can always find a space to measure perimeter. And they can do this in standard units. You know, they could take a ruler, of course, and go measuring around, or you could just have them use their feet. Okay, we've used a class feet in here before, and that is certainly appropriate at 3rd grade to have them walk around the yard and count how many footsteps goes around the yard. Okay, that is perfectly appropriate for them to do, and just to get the idea of the perimeter. And one might have 100 footsteps, and if you measured with them, maybe you have 80 footsteps or 60 footsteps. Okay, and those are something you can compare and talk about. And then you could actually go measure it with a ruler if you wanted and see how many feet that was. Okay, but that's a great way to support kids with their learning and just helping them get the idea of perimeter. So this is lesson 3-4, perimeter, the parent help video for grade 3 everyday math. All right, and we're going to